All right, Erin Elmore, Republican strategist on the other side of this, joins us now, at least on the other side of the aisle from the Congressman. Erin, nice to see you. It's not unusual to ask the 435 members of the House of Representatives a question and get about 600 or 700 different answers to the same question. Congressman Khan over here is laughing at that. But this North Korean issue is oddly not dividing along party lines. What do you make of that? What should the president make of that?
Well, this is truly a nonpartisan issue here. And if anyone sees it that way, especially if they're an elected official, their constituents are certainly not going to be happy. We are talking about Kim Jong-un here. It's a very volatile nation. Their ability to acquire nuclear weapons, as we know and our research has suggested, has really escalated. So what the president is doing here by going to Singapore benefits Democrats and Republicans alike.
Well, it benefits Democrats and Republicans alike, especially if you get a deal. The American public seems to agree with you. Should President Trump meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un? 66% say yes, 24% say no. This perhaps is the more pertinent question. Will North Korea ever give up its nukes? The American people right now, 28% say yes. Back in March 2018, only 16% say yes. If the president comes back without a deal, was this a fool's errand?
Absolutely not. First of all, the fact that both men, President Trump and Kim Jong-un, are willing to go to Singapore and come to the table shows that both are very, very serious about getting a deal.
Hold on. That really the fact that Kim Jong-un is willing to leave his hermit kingdom and come to a fancy hotel in Singapore and sit down for a bunch of free meals, which we know the North Koreans don't often get, and sit down and be on the same stage with the leader of the free world and being held up as a nuclear power and suddenly no longer ridiculed, but President Trump saying that I think they're acting very well, that shows he's willing to be serious, or that shows that he's willing to play us, or both?
Well, that question was action-packed right there. First of all, he's not the average North Korean. He's the leader of North Korea, so his ability to stay in a fancy hotel and have a nice meal, I don't believe are quite that limited.
They are, but go ahead.
So that's just one point to make off the top of there. Moving forward from that.
Erin, they are limited. It's why they ask the U.S. government to pay for their meals when the U.S. government goes and visits them. It's why, as you saw the reporting earlier, that they barely could figure out how to pay for their visit to Singapore. But go ahead.
So be that as it may, President Trump, and we've all know that Kim Jong-un was educated in Switzerland. He has experienced capitalism. He wants to be a hero. Perhaps this is his chance to change the world. And by the way, we already know that on, it was April 27th, Kim Jong-un met with President Moon, and they sat together. This is the first time ever a North Korean leader.
Erin, you're making
interrupted left and right here.
Erin, you're making the case here, though, that Kim Jong-un is getting exactly what he wants and hasn't given up anything. I'm still looking for something from you that proves that he's serious about giving up his weapons.
I don't even think that President Trump knows. I am not Miss Cleo. I don't have a crystal ball here. Okay. This is going to take several steps. We have to realize they are getting here. They are going to Singapore. They are going to meet. Whether it's one meeting or 3 meetings, the president has indicated that his intent is to have total and complete denuclearization. And without that, there will be no resolution and sanctions will continue. We have virtually cut off, his ability to get 70% of his income stream coming into North Korea has been cut off. So we have already, with these sanctions and this ability of cutting off their income stream, we are squeezing and squeezing and squeezing Kim Jong-un. So changes have been made. Things are happening. We are progressing. To say that nothing has happened thus far is, really crazy, because he and President Moon virtually ended the Korean War, as you know, that was happening since 1950. So that alone is a huge milestone. So to say that progress hasn't been made is a little negative sounding, if you will.
Well, I guess it's our job to be, shall we say, contrarian and questioning. I don't know about negative. As for the Korean War being ended, I think you'd have to ask the American soldiers that are staying on the DMZ right now whether they think it's over. But we appreciate you being here, Erin. Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Liz?
American authorities